Welcome to NJDEP's Rebuild by Design Hudson River Project updates. These slides will touch upon the project and the ongoing construction of the resist structure as well as the Harborside Park improvements. In the aftermath of Sandy, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development enacted a unique design competition, Rebuild by Design, with the intent of promoting the development of innovative resilient projects. One of the 7 competition winners was the Rebuild by Design Hudson River project. It was developed as a comprehensive approach to secure resilient feature for the neighborhoods of Hoboken and parts of Jersey City and Weehawken in Hudson County. This critical piece of infrastructure will help protect our communities from the next storm surge along the Hudson River. The resist, delay, store, and discharge strategy proposed as part of the competition was then further developed during a feasibility and environmental impact statement process. Our project focuses on the resist part of this project. The project will be installing a flood wall with floodgates and integrating a resiliency park, along with other urban amenities. The project is happening now and through the summer of 2027. The project area consists of the northern and southern alignments on northern Hoboken and southern Weehawken. We are on 13th Street and Washington Street to Lincoln Harbor Road. On southern Hoboken and northern Jersey City, we are on Hoboken Avenue and Cole Street to Newark Street and Washington Street. How was the resist strategy that we're currently implementing developed? We looked at the project area that was defined by the original competition proposal that includes parts of Jersey City, Weehawken, and the entirety of Hoboken. We looked at the flood plain in the area, and we looked at the breach points with the flood waters of the Hudson River entering the project area. We can see that the flooding enters the area through the New Jersey Transit Rail Yard and the cove at Harborside Park. The waters then flood other low-lying areas. To stop the flow of the floodwaters throughout the area, a resist alignment was developed to stop the water at these locations to prevent flooding in other low-lying areas in the back of Hoboken and the rest of the project area. The reason that resist structure doesn't run the length of the project area is due to the natural topography of Hoboken. The center portion of eastern Hoboken along the Hudson River is at a much higher elevation. This allows the project to only construct 2 separate components, a northern and southern alignment. Using the 2 alignments and the natural topography, the project is going to complete the line of protection to an elevation of 15.5 feet above sea level. This includes protection from the 1% or the 100-year storm flood elevation, with an additional foot of freeboard to prevent overtopping of the wall during wave events, and then an additional 2.3 feet of height, anticipating sea level rise of 2.3 feet by 2075. The full design of the resist structure includes the northern and southern resist components as well as a sewer system modification that we can see in yellow on this slide. This modification was completed in 2022. It is all underground and it involves separating the sewer piping from the stormwater drainage system. This was done so that any flooding from a coastal surge event will not be able to go under the resist structure itself through the combined sewer and stormwater system that was previously in place. It also prevents water from reaching the North Hudson Sewage Authority treatment facility during a surge event. As an additional benefit, the separation prevents stormwater from entering the treatment plant during rainwater events. The project is currently constructing the remainder of the resist structure, which includes the physical barriers gates that will resist the next coastal storm surge event. This project is going to consist of approximately 10,000 linear feet of concrete flood wall with 26 floodgates. These floodgates will vary between swing gates, sliding gates, and stop lugs. There will be improvements to Harborside Park and urban amenities integrated into the alignment. The last 3 bullets depicted here are associated with the substructure support to help keep the resist structure in place and at the design proper elevation. On the alignment, you see two different colors, a cyan color that depicts the resist structure and a red color that shows the various gates that will be constructed. In addition, you can see numbers that illustrate the approximate wall heights in those various areas. Working left to right of the slide, the resist structure will tie into the New Jersey Transit Rail embankment and then wrap around HBLR. It'll cross Jersey Avenue and tie back into New Jersey Transit HBLR embankment. There will be a gate and structures that tie into the embankment on Grove Street and on Marin Boulevard. The resist structure will end in the embankment across Marin and proceed through the New Jersey Transit Yard. Then it will proceed along Observer Highway and it will cross Observer by Washington Street and head up Washington to terminate just prior to North Street. There are two additional sections in Jersey City located along 18th Street and Marin that will also tie into New Jersey Transit HBLR embankment. On the north side, from left to right, the structure starts on Washington Street between 13 and 14. It will proceed past 14th Street and then turn up through the alley to Bloomfield. Then it will continue towards Garden, where the alignment then turns towards the park. The alignment will dissect Harborside Park and head towards Harbor Boulevard. Once the alignment crosses Harbor Boulevard, it will turn and go along HBLR. It will cross the HBLR tracks and then continue to 19th Street. After crossing 19th Street, it runs along the HBLR line and turns west under the 19th Street parking ramp and ending in a parking area between the two buildings near JFK Boulevard East. There will be two different types of structures on this project. One will be a T-wall, which is shown on the top left of the slide for higher wall heights, and an L or an I-wall type configuration shown on the bottom, shown on the left side of the slide for shorter sections. There will also be multiple gate types installed as a part of this project. The slide also illustrates these types of gates. So the first type is a rolling gate. These gates will roll on a track when moved into a closed position. The second type, shown in the middle, is a swing gate that closes just like a door. The last type is a stop lock, which will be stored nearby and will be slid into place when needed. These stop locks are generally intended for smaller openings. Improvements to Harborside Park will be made. The top illustration shows the pre-construction park area with expanded park area once the park is complete. The rendering on the bottom highlights some of the features that will be a part of the improved Harborside Park. The resist structure will underlie this park and create an elevated section across the eventual park. Here you can see the typical construction sequence as this project progresses. Test pitting. The purpose of the test pits is to investigate and confirm locations of underground utilities prior to the start of the construction in applicable areas. Really, what it's intended to do is minimize potential delays and impacts during construction. Another early construction activity includes installing piles and sheeting. Once this step is done, the contractor excavates and installs the foundation for the resist structure. The right photo illustrates the rebar, which will subsequently be filled with concrete for the foundation. Once the foundation is set, then the structured stem wall will be installed. On the left, you can see a sample of the stem wall after the walls get constructed. Then the gates will be delivered and installed. And then the final step will be the urban amenities, restoring landscaping, and site restoration. When it comes to our project's public outreach efforts, we would like to highlight on this slide some important information. You can find the link and QR codes for our website and weekly construction newsletter and advisories. Make sure you sign up for these advisories that go out every Friday with construction updates for the following week. Also, if you have any further questions or concerns, you can leave a message or write an email to our Community Construction Liaison, Isabela Bracheta. The CCL checks these messages daily and will ensure your questions and concerns reach the appropriate person or team. For further assistance, you can also reach out to our Hoboken contact, Caleb Stratton.